this is just driving around your neighborhood, but it's to go to home tours, don't you think? It gives you some ideas.
And retain the services of these amazing people.
Yeah.
At least if you can't do it on your own, then you got to hire them. Because I mean, come on, this bathroom is unbelievable.
So yeah, I know you've done a lot of tiling in your life.
I have, and I tell you, I see a great tile job. It makes me want to
love it.
I just have a sigh of
So
relief.
picture a little bathroom. Who doesn't have that little half bathroom, that hall bathroom, that space where you kind of go, now what am I going to do? It's just kind of a toilet and a sink. Maybe it has more, but you know, it's small. And this was a tile porcelain white, very vanilla thing. It wasn't anything great, but
you know, and I did when I saw it in person, it didn't feel like a small bath.
Now it looks, it's fresh.
Small bath.
It looks fresh. Anyway, Alicia Friedmann is the designer who had the vision for this, and so we thought we'd talk to her and pick her brain on how she turned this kind of ordinary bathroom into something really extraordinary. So welcome, Alicia.
Thank you.
Now,
Hi, Alicia.
When you first saw the bathroom, talk about the white tile. How boring was it?
It was a tile that you see pretty much everywhere. A very clean white look.
That's very gentle of you. Clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
I like
it was
how she
different.
said pretty much everywhere. You see this.
It was different.
So I didn't feel it was worthy of the house. My goal was to bring the house back to its Spanish colonial roots and to make it yet feel updated with its fresh color scheme.
And so you found, first of all, I got to tell you, I love the palette color of the tile. Did you?
So let's describe it.
Is that handmade, or did you have that created?
It looks like an ice blue. It feels kind of like two different tones of blue.
It is. Good eye. It's a Spanish, or it's a revival tile from Mission Tile West.
Oh, I spent millions of dollars there.
So
but it has this frostiness to it, doesn't it?
And it's got the deep glaze on it.
It kind of
so
feels
it
like, it feels like glaciers. It feels like glaciers in Alaska.
That's the goal. I get a lot when people come into the room. I get a lot of
I'm on
water,
a cruise.
water or spa light, which is great.
Yeah.
So I did use two tones. It is a matte finish, so it doesn't have a lot of sheen to it, which I thought was a nice way to add the softness to the space.
Great.
I mixed the, it's called Count Basie Blue for some of the trim pieces at the top and bottom, and then the Cadet Blue is the rest of the field tile.
And the vanity is a slightly deeper shade of blue, kind of almost turquoisey in a way.
It is. It is a little deeper. I framed out the window. When you see the bathroom, there's, I believe, an amazing view looking over Pasadena. And I trimmed that out to match the cabinet as well. It is a Dun & Bradstreet paint. It's called Spirit Mountain.
Oh.
And then is this a honed marble countertop?
It is.
Yeah.
The countertop is a honed Carrara marble. And the floor is another tile. It's a mosaic of the Carrara as well. But that's
with little grays and whites and pearls, right?
It is, and it has an amazing depth and texture to it because it is a mixture of the tumbled, honed, and chiseled marble, which gives you a nice grip when it gets wet as well.
And I like that little accent stripe on the floor around the perimeter.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. It is a small space, so I wanted to do accents that were in scale to the size of the space, not to overwhelm it, but to frame it out really nicely. So thanks for noticing.
And you also kept the antique plumbing, or you created that look.
It was to
Kind
create
of
the look.
sneaky. She's kind of sneaky in that way.
Yes, we did the new, but again, I wanted to bring the room back to the roots of the house and give the house a room that was worthy of its architecture.
Yeah. And the toilet, is it your ordinary toilet, or is it one of these fancy schmancy toilets that speaks to you?
It does not speak to you. It's used as the children's bathroom, and I didn't want to tip them with a toilet like that. But it is a Toto from Snyder Diamond, and it's the eco toilet, meaning it doesn't use too much water.
That's great.
Great.
So when you come into a bathroom space like this, are you immediately seeing the design elements, or does it take some research? How can you train us to do that?
I think what's most important is to walk into a space and try and remove everything physically attached to the walls and try and just see the bare bones of the space. When I came into this space, there was Stars and Stripe wallpaper on the ceiling.
No.
Yes.
Tacky.
And then there was the frame for the window was in a bright red, which very much detracted from the view. So when I stripped it down in my mind, I wanted to basically make the whole bathroom frame the window because as I said, the view's amazing, and so I wanted to really frame it out like the picture it is.
Yeah, because your eye doesn't go there immediately; it goes out the window, which it
Exactly.
should, and then this is just an accent.
Exactly.
It's great.
The view draws you in, and then once you're in the space, I get a lot of people sighing and saying how peaceful it feels.
Well, the bathroom, I think, is a doable project for a lot of folks. Wouldn't you agree that it seems like it's more affordable than doing a kitchen?
Hold on, I just have to go back to the red, white, and blue bathroom. I'm so relieved now that you don't have to stand at attention and salute when you're in the restaurant. It's just
Exactly.
much calmer now.
Yeah, I mean, we're patriotic folks, but maybe in a different room. I don't know.
Yes.
But seriously, I mean, the budget for a bathroom is going to be probably half of what a kitchen typically is.
Yeah, one thing to remember with bathrooms is a big expense is the contractors, and the other expense is the materials. So the smaller the room, the fewer materials you need to buy, the fewer square feet of tile, for example, which always helps with the budget a bit.
And you didn't have to move plumbing around?
We did not in here. The general layout of the space was correct when I came in, and that is one thing I assessed when I came into the space. So it was a matter of updating the look and the feel.
And then is this all floated with cement, or do they use backer board? How do they do this?
It's the hardy backer.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a good point too. When we did get the bathroom, we did gain a few inches on each side
Right.
because
Yeah.
of what the plaster that was there previously.
Right. No, that's great.
Talk about the lighting, because this is a big thing that Eric always likes to focus on, because lighting too often comes from either below or above in a bathroom, and then you go, ooh, I look like I'm sick.
Yeah.
You want to look like it's showtime.
Yes.
And then you're going to have a great day as a result, right?
Exactly. I'm very glad you mentioned that. Ideally in a bathroom you have the light coming from around you, so that's why before there was a sconce above the mirror, and I invested in making the sconces one on each side of the mirror so that it gives you a better glow when you are looking at yourself.
So I really don't look hollow and like a junkie when I look in the bathroom mirror. It's just the lighting.
Exactly.
So give us some pointers as we are looking at our current bathrooms, especially if it's, well, this bathroom, while small, looks like it might be, a normal bathroom if we're living in a condo or an apartment. It has a bathroom, shower, etc. But let's say it may be just our half bath.
Okay.
What would you advise us in terms of a color to choose?
Yes.
Or a color to avoid?
Yes. In general, to make the space feel larger than it is, the trick is to go lighter in the color palette.
You think so?
Definitely. The darker you go, the smaller the space will feel, especially in those tight spaces. The other trick to do is not to go too large on your tile. The larger you go, the smaller the space will feel.
So hence on your floor, these are little teeny tiny, like dime-sized tiles.
They are, and the special liners I put in the space, I definitely wanted the space to feel, use the word again, special. So it needs some liners to kind of define the space. But I did not go very large with them because I feel like that would have made the space feel smaller.
And if you do choose a layout like this, I can't stress upon you how important the tile guy is, because this is geometry stuff. If you don't know what you're doing, all the proportions off, and it will be terrible.
Definitely.
Right?
And the
then-
grout.
Yeah.
The grout is messy. Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad you said that. It's all about the tile installer. It doesn't matter how beautiful the tile you pick is. If he doesn't install it properly, it will never look as
How do
great.
you know that you're getting a good installer, though? What's a trick question to ask them? I guess you want to see their resume.
Have you ever done this before, for starters?
Well, they'll say yes. I mean, seriously.
No,
is there,
well, in my opinion,
A
it's
trick
always,
question.
it's always referral. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a guy or a girl that have been in business for a long time and you've seen their work and you go to their jobs that they've done, they're going to be proud to show them off. Then you know you have the right person. What do you think?
I definitely agree. And if anybody needs a referral to
Oh,
a
yeah.
great tile installer, I'm happy to
okay,
give the name
well,
out.
let's get the plug. What is your website, by the way?
My website is aliciafriedman.com.
And it's a tricky spelling. It's A-L-I-C-I-A, and then there's two N's in Friedman.
Yes,
right?
there
So
are.
kind of
Okay,
tricky.
we're going to have to change that. It's not going to work for us.
Anyway, Alicia, thank you. This is a beautiful bathroom, and I think that we've all gotten some good ideas. I mean, think smaller tiles
Yep.
for the floor, and
Just get Alicia.
and get
That's what
Alicia.
you do, yeah.
And I love, and also we didn't get to point out that she has not only the two-tone blue tiles, but then she has kind of a creamy wall pink color. So again, it's like dividing the line in half, and
And
it
again,
makes it feel like
a
it's larger.
recurring theme: honor the space. Don't impose your will on
Yeah.
it. Make the space speak to you.
I think it's really fresh. All right, well, coming up next, as we segue into our second hour of Home Wizards, we have more fun things to share on our discovery together through a really magnificent home, okay? We're going to talk about the guest bedroom and the guest house. They call it the casita. We're going to get some terrific
Those
ideas.
would be my quarters.
You've been a bad boy, Eric.
I
You're going out to the
I-
casino.
exactly.
Cindy Dole, Eric Stromer, Home
Yeah.
Wizards, improving your home, improving your life. Well, not too bad.
Yeah,
I think you're
pretty
great.
good.
We're having more fun. Don't you go away. We're just getting started.